So now since we are ready with our main website, okay, so now in this video, we will be working up with basically our admin page, okay? You can see that we have created two pages. I'm just gonna close all these windows so that you don't get confused. And you can see that in that dynamic, we have another page that is called admin. So here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna create pages. In the admin folder, I'm gonna create first page to be index.php. Okay, and you can see this is right here. And the other page is basically going to be login.php. Okay, and this is also right here. So this is going to be index.php and this is going to be login.php. And same like this, I have to create one more page, and that is going to be signup.php. Okay, so you can see that this is right here. So we have index, login, and signup.php. So what we have to do is that we first have to go ahead and we have to make sure that we have our login and sign up ready so that we can go ahead and we can associate some things up. Okay. And what we have to do is that we have to go ahead and we have to open up a database as well. And we have to make sure that we do associate our sign up things and on our login things ready so that if someone just logs in, then he will be able to access the index.php and he will be able to do some further things. Otherwise, if he is not logged in, then he has to make sure that he will not be able to do that thing. So same like this, I have to also create one more page, and that is actually going to be log out.php. Okay, so we have index, login, logout, and sign up. Okay, these four pages are already necessary. And so first of all, what we have to do is that we have to make sure that we open up the logout.php and we break up with it. Okay, this is in basically this, and then sign up. Okay, so here what I'm going to be doing is that if we have to go ahead and we have to grab a sign up template, okay, or we can just go ahead and we can first create a sign up, basically sign up PHP database so that people can just go ahead and they can just sign themselves up. Okay, so what we have to do, we just have to open up localhost. Okay, we have to open up localhost / phpMyAdmin. Okay, just go to localhost phpMyAdmin. And then what we have to do is that we have to go ahead and we have to create our database that is going to be dynamic database. So I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to say new. And then here I'm going to be saying that I need to open up a dynamic. I need to basically create a dynamic database, which is, since my dynamic, this is also the folder. That is why I'm creating a folder, creating a database that is called dynamic. Okay, and you can see this dynamic is right here. And now what is the number one database that we have to build is that we have to build a database that is called the author, because there will be so many authors who can go ahead and who can post on our website, and then we're going to be working up with it. So let's just come up here and let's create our first database that is going to be author. Okay, and how many columns do we need? So the number one we have here is the author ID. Okay, let's just come up here and let's just write them. So first we need the author ID. Okay, in this ID, basically, we will be just storing the author ID, which will be our primary key, and it is going to store the author IDs. Okay, then what we need is that we need the author name. Okay, and we also need the author email. Okay, and we also need the ID, name, email, and the password is also needed. Okay, and then what we need basically the role. Okay, so this is basically going to be like if he is the administrator of the website, or if he is basically the normal guy, or if he is basically author. So we will be having two, but we will be functioning two roles. It totally depends upon you that how many roles you want. When we will be moving forward, then you will understand how does the role work. But for now, I want you guys to actually just stick to two roles. The number one role is going to be just like admin, and the other role is going to be just like author. So author will only able to post on our website, and the admin will be able to create pages, and admin will also be able to control the users as well within the website. Okay, so this is what we have, the two roles. So we have author ID, author name, author email address, author password, author role, and we can also go in and we can work up with the author bio as well. Okay, so you can just go ahead and you can specify an author pages specifically, and you can just see that how many authors do we have or something like that. So you can go ahead and you can create an author bio basically. And you can see that here we are totally done with this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to say that I need to create 6 columns. Okay, I need to create 6 columns. I'm just going to hit go, and you can see this is right here. Okay, so now what is the first thing that we need is that the first thing we need is author underscore ID. Okay, and the second one we have here is author underscore name. The third one we have here is author underscore email. The next one we have here is author underscore password. Okay. And then we have here author underscore bio. And we also need one last thing. And that is basically going to be author underscore or we have the role. Okay, so this will basically having like if he is the administrator or if he is the normal guy. Okay, so let's just come up here and this is going to be the normal integer ID. Okay, we're going to be accepting 11 and we're going to say that this is going to be auto increment with the primary. Okay, so this is right here. And then we have the author name. So this is going to be a varchar. Okay, and here we're going to basically accept 256 characters. Okay, we also need the author email address. Okay, and this is going to be varchar, and this is also going to be having the 256 characters. Okay, and we can basically make sure that the author email should be only once registered. So we're going to be saying that it should be unique. Okay, and I'm just going to go and I'm going to hit go, and you can see this is right here. Then what we need is that we need the author password. So author password can be a varchar and it can have 56 characters. And then you have the author bio. So we're going to be saying the author bio is basically the long text. Okay. And then we have the author role, which is actually going to be a varchar. And it's going to be like 256 too. Okay. Let's just go ahead and let's hit save. And you can see that this is right here. This is totally safe. We have the author ID, author name, author email, author password, author bio, and author role. Okay, so everything is right here and it is totally freaking it perfectly. Okay, so now what we basically have to do is that we have to work up with the registration. Okay, so that a person can just go ahead and if he wants to register, he'll be registered with author ID, author name, author email, author password, author bio, and author role, so that we can, same like that, we can just actually manipulate everything with the index.php for our basically admin panel. Okay, so what we have to do basically is that we have to go ahead and we have to create a sign up page. So basically in this examples, we have the sign in. If I just go and I just come up here and I just write here paid source, you can see that this is the source I get. Okay, so I'm just going to be coming up here and I'm going to be grabbing everything that I have in here. Okay, and I am going to just grab it till the form. Okay, and now what do I have to do? I have to come up here and I have to just paste it in the signup.php. Okay, and let's just come up here and let's save it. And let's just open up this thing. Okay, so if I just go to my dynamic /php, sorry, /admin /signup .php. Okay, you can see that I'm actually redirected here, and this is how basically this sign in here is here. Okay, so now what I have to do, I have to also go in and I have to grab everything that I have here in this index.php first. Then I'm going to be moving forward. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say that I need to grab everything that I have here in the index.php, and this is basically just includes this basically in the back folder. And then the include folder is there, and then the functions.php is there. Okay, so like this, whenever everything is there, I'm just going to go and I'm going to look for the back folder. Okay, so you can see, same like this, we have the hypertext reference. I have to go to the back folder, and then in there, I have the style.bootstrap. Okay, same like this for the includes nav. I have to come up here and I have to go to the back folder. Okay, and then I have to open up the nav, and same like this, I have to go to the previous folder. Same like this, I have to go to the previous folder. I have to go to the previous folder. The reason I'm doing this is because you can see that if I just open up this thing right now in the admin, you can see that in the admin, I have to go to the previous folder, which is dynamic, and then I have to open up the other folder. So that is why you go ahead and you pretty well write this thing. Okay, now if I just go in and I just come up here and I refresh, then you can see it's right here. Let's just come up here and where we have actually used this thing, let's just add a slash here. Okay, let's add a slash here as well. Okay, and let's add a slash to everywhere that we have added. Okay, I basically did a silly mistake. So I have to go down. I have to add a slash here, add a slash here, and add a slash here. Okay, let's come up here and let's refresh. And there we go. You can see this is how everything is working. We have everything ready. So I basically have to go in and I have to do it in the style.css as well. So I have to come up here and I have to write here slash, and I have to write here in this as well. Okay, which should be there in the dot slash style slash style.css. And now I have to go here and I have to refresh. And you can see now it looks pretty cool. So now basically our signup.php looks exactly same. Okay, but we don't need to be having this navigation bar. Okay, we don't need this navigation bar right now. Okay, we also don't need this jumbotron. We also don't need this card. Okay. Okay, and what we need is just the title. Title should be just like sign up. Okay, and let's come over here and let's go to functions. Okay, and sorry, we have to go to this page source and we have to just copy whatever we have, copy it, and we have to come up here and we have to paste it right here in the sign up. So just paste. Come up here and just refresh here. So this is. And you can see that this is right here. We have got everything. This is the sign up button. This is basically the sign up form. So what you can do is that you can just come up here and you can say a div. Okay. So like this, you can just close your div here. And you can say that div width style is equals to width is going to be 500 pixels and the margin is basically going to be auto. So this is right here. Okay, you can see I have the email address, I have the password, and here it says sign in. Okay, what I basically want to do right now is that I also have to give it and I have to give some margin to the top. So I'm just gonna write here margin auto so that it just comes to the center. Just give it a height as well. Or we can just come up here and we can give some margin dash top. So just give the margin dash top to be 250 pixels and remove this height. Okay, come up here and refresh. You can see this is right here. So now we have the email address and we also have the password and we have this remember me check in. Okay, and we have this copyright. So we'll probably be changing up something. Okay, where it says please sign in, we have to change this to please sign up. Okay, please sign up. Okay, and we have to change this to email address and everything. But let's just come up here and let's go down and where it says checkbox. Okay, you just have to come up here and you have to remove this checkbox. Okay, and instead of using this sign in, just change this to sign up. Okay, and we have this copyright, so you can work up to the copyright if you want to, but I don't need this copyright. Okay, and now let's go ahead and let's see. Okay, and you can see it says please sign up. We have the email address and we have the password. So what we have to do basically is that we have to come up here and we have to work up for the input. So this is what we have is the input. If you actually remove the label, you can definitely do that. You can only work up what basically the normal thing, okay? You can see we have email address and we have the password. So I basically, what I want, I first want the email. ID is equals to input email. And this is a form control. And this is like the placeholder's email address. So how many things that we need? Okay, let's just open up this thing. We first need the name, email, password, bio, and role. Email, password, email, name, password, bio, and role. So let's just come up here and let's grab this. Okay, copy. Come up here and paste it. So I'm just going to say that input type is equals to text. Okay, and ID is basically input. Okay, class is equals to form control and place is going to be name. Enter name. So I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to refresh and you can see it says enter name, enter email address, enter password. Okay, so here we have this name for type text. We have this class and everything, so we also have to give it a name. So because we need to grab all these things in the PHP. Okay, so this is basically going to be author underscore name. Okay, same like this, we have to write it here. For the name, we have to say that it is going to be author underscore email address, author underscore email. Okay, same like this, we have to work up with the password. Okay, and we have to say author underscore, sorry, I have to come up here and I have to say name is equals to, I'm sorry, author underscore password. Okay, so these are things that I have right now, and these are the things necessary. Something like this, we don't need we need the name, email, password, and we need the bio. So let's just come up here and let's add a text area for our bio if you want, but I don't think so if we need the bio. We just need the name, email address, and password. That's all. And then someone will click this, he will be actually signed up and he will have the access to actually our blog. Okay, so this is our sign up form, which is ready. So now if someone just goes ahead and he just signs up everything, what we basically have to do is that, let's just come up here and let's remove everything we have in here. Okay. Sorry, I have to remove this IMG. And what I have to do is that I have to come up here and I have to say form method is basically going to be post. So this is right now, and if I just click here, basically I need to then register myself up to the basically author. Okay, so let's just come up here, and if someone just goes ahead and he just registers himself, what we need to do, we just have to work up with our PHP. Okay, and what we have to do is that we have to say if is set $_post. What do we have for the button? We have this button, and then we have to write here name. Okay, and its name is basically going to be sign up. Okay, if it's set $_post sign up, when someone clicks the button sign up, then what we have to do, we have to perform our basically operation for everything. Okay, so what we will be doing, we'll be creating first the in functions.php, well, sorry, in the includes folder, we basically have to create another thing that is called the connection.php. So we have to save it and we have to go to the includes and we have to write here connection.php. Okay, just add this. And now what you have to do, you just have to open up your PHP. Okay, and you have to write here $connection is equals to my SQLi underscore connect. Okay, and in here you basically first have to just give the local host. That is going to be the host name. Okay, and then what you have to do, you have to write the string username. Basically, it's going to be the username of your root or of your phpMyAdmin. So that is going to be root. And then what you need another one, and that is going to be the password. Since we don't have any password set up, that is why I'm going to say that we have the password empty. And then we have the database name. So our database name is basically dynamic, which you can see that if you just go to localhost, you can see that here I have this dynamic database. So now this is going to be set up. Now I have to do just save it. I have to go to the signup.php and I have to come up here and I have to say include once. Just basically copy. Come up here and paste. Okay, and here what I need to just say connection.php. Connection.php. And you also want to do it and you want to write here session. No, we will not be just requiring session here. Okay, so you can see this is right here. This is going to be just here. And now what we basically have to do is that if it's set $_post sign up, if basically someone goes ahead and he signs up, then what we need to do is that we need to just check if anything is empty. Okay, so if anything is empty, we will just probably go back to the user and we will say that error. Okay, and you just have to come up here and we have to write here if, come up here and say checking for empty fields. Okay, and in here we have to write if empty. If we have our field that is the $_post. Okay, let's first come up here and first grab all the variables. Okay, so I'm gonna say dollar author underscore name is equals to dollar underscore post. First use MySQLi underscore real underscore escape underscore string. And then here, what you have to do, you first have to write the connection. And then in the second parameter, you basically have to write dollar underscore post. Okay, let me just see. Okay, dollar underscore post. Then in here, you have to just write what is it. So we have the author underscore name. I'm going to just come up here and I'm going to see that this is the author underscore name. So I'm going to say author underscore name. Okay, and now what we have to do, we just have to go ahead and we have to copy this. I'm just going to just zoom this out a bit so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to copy. I'm going to come here. I'm going to paste. I'm going to paste. I'm going to paste. So the second one we have here, it is basically going to be author underscore email. Okay, and here we have to change this to author underscore email as well because we have it same as we have in here author underscore email. So just right here author underscore email. And then what we have to do, we have to go ahead and we have to grab this MySQLi author underscore password. Okay, and the last one we have here, we have to change this to author underscore password as well. And we have to go above and we have to look for, okay, we need name, email, and password. That's all we need. So we'll be just coming up here and we'll be saying that we don't need anything else. So we'll be just removing this here. Okay. And now what we have to do, we just have to come up here and we have to basically check for the empty field. So I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to say that if empty, if author underscore name is basically empty. Okay. Or the author underscore email is empty. So I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to copy, paste, paste. Okay. So what I'm doing here is that I have to actually copy the author underscore email. Okay. And I have to say this author underscore email. And then I have to write here author underscore name. In the author underscore name, I basically have to copy the author underscore password. Sorry. I have to copy and I have to just come up here and I have to paste it. So if any field we have here, whether it's author name, author email, or author empty, author password is empty, we will actually go ahead and we will say header. Okay. And we will just send the user back to the location of the same page, which is actually signup.php. Okay, with a message is equals to, and in here we will say empty fields. Okay, and what we have to do is that if a user gets this thing, okay, if anything is empty, if a user gets this thing, then what we have to do, we just have to come up here and we also have to work up to the message thing. So just come up here and let's say this thing, and let's say if is set dollar underscore get message. Okay, if it's set dollar underscore get message, then what we have to do is that we have to get the message. So we'll say dollar message is equals to dollar underscore get message. And now what we have to do, we just have to echo. So we have to echo the message. And how we're going to echo, we just have to come up here and we have to go to the bootstrap. Okay, let's come up here. Let's go to the bootstrap. Let's go to the documentation and let's go to the content or the components and just grab any alert. So I'm just going to grab the danger alert here, which is alert danger. Okay, which is this. I'm going to copy. I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to echo this in a single cap comma. Okay, and this is right here. Okay, I have to just press the tab here. And instead of just using this thing, what I have to do, I have to just close this. Okay, and in between I have to write a dot. Okay, and now in here I have to just echo the dollar message. So dollar message is going to be up here. So let's see, what does it say? Okay, I just go up here, I go to the sign up. Okay, I just sign up. You can see it just tells me to enter anything but it's actually required. That is why it is just telling us to do that thing. Otherwise, if we actually get a message, okay, if we actually get a message is equals to, okay, empty plus fields, then you will see that we will probably be getting this empty fields error. Okay, same like this, you can go ahead and you can just look for the error with basically this box. Okay, you can just go ahead and you can grab this one with with a box that does have this thing. So you can copy this, and instead of just using that div, you can use this div. Okay, and you can do work with it. So this is our this is basically our content. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to just press tab. And then here I'm going to add the content. So I'm just going to end my statement here, and in here I'm going to say dollar message. So whatever the message I get is basically going to be in here. So let's suppose that I just refresh, and you can see here I get empty fields, and here I get a cross. So I cross it. That is actually going to be crossed here. So this is how you can go ahead and you can show the error messages if you actually want to. You can also go ahead and you can say alert warning to just like alert danger or alert anything. Okay, it totally depends upon you. So now since we are done with the error messages, what we have to do is that if anything is empty, we have to just show a message, and that is going to be empty fields. So now what we have to do is that we have to go down and we have to check for the email address. If basically the person that who enters the email, we have to check if basically he has entered actually an email address or anything else. So what we have to do, we just have to come up here and we have to write here checking for validity of email. Okay, and now what do I have to do? I have to go down. I have to write here if, okay, and in here I have to write here filter underscore variable. Okay, and in this we basically need two parameters. Okay, so this is basically the first one is basically going to be the email that the user has entered, and then we have to write a PHP function. Okay, so what we have to do, we just have to write here dollar author underscore email, comma, and then you can see that we have filter underscore, then you have to write here that which function or what are you doing for the email authentication. So then it comes up with a PHP function that is a very pre-made function, and that is called filter underscore validate underscore email. Okay, so this is what we have here for the filtration of email. Okay, and first we definitely check for the errors. Okay, we don't check for the success. Okay, so we have to check for the errors right now. So what we will do, we will just come up here and we will say if is not. Okay, so if basically we get the false result, then we will give an error here. Okay, so let's just come up here and let's just add this sign. Okay, and what we have to do right now is that we have to just come up here and we have to say if the filter underscore variable validate email is false, then what we have to do, we have to just header the person with an error message, and that message is basically going to be please enter valid email. Okay, and now if I just go and then I just come up here, and now what it will do, it will just exit from here. Okay, and thing like this, we need the same exit here. Okay, so I hope that now you are getting what we are actually doing for the filtration. Okay, if I just go ahead and I just come up here and I just save it. Okay, I just come up here and I just come enter the name. Okay, and then I enter the email address, and then I enter the password, and then I just hit sign up. You can see it just please include dash in this, but let's suppose that if someone just bypass this, okay? Let's suppose that if someone just goes into your type and it just says that it's a text, okay? Let's suppose that if someone do that, okay? And now it will not give you the error, okay? So he just signs up, but you will have to actually check for that thing, and you will say that if we have the filter variable, this is basically not email, and then we have to basically send the user back to the please enter a valid, and it's actually not giving us the error, and the reason for that is because we have to write here a colon. Okay, and we also have to write here a colon. So this is a mistake that we have done so far. So if I just go ahead and I just come up here, and someone just comes up here and he says that it is just a text. Okay, he just converts it into a text. Okay, and he basically enters a text instead of the email. Okay, so now if you will just enter the text here, and you will just submit the password, it will just submit. You can see that here we do get the email thing, and it says please enter a valid emails. Okay, so else if this is basically true, okay, if this is basically true and the valid email is there, then we basically have to go ahead and we have to submit the form data. Okay, but before doing that, we also have to go ahead and we have to work up with the username things as well. Okay, so I think we also have the username here. Author underscore name, author underscore email, author underscore password bio. Okay, so we actually forgot to add the username, but since we are done, we are only accepting the email. We will be working up with that email. So since you can see that we are totally done with partially actually done with the sign up form. Okay, now in the next video, I'm going to be telling you how to actually go ahead and how to just work with the authentication that is going to check if basically email address exists or not. Okay, and then what we have to do, we just have, if email address does not exist, then we will go ahead and we will sign the user up and we will show a message here that successfully sign up. Okay, so in the next video, we'll probably be working up with it. Stay tuned, guys.